Okay, so in court, start from finish off. This is 13. So in court, the decision was made by his public defender that she was going to force him by hook or by crook to sign that illegal plea. My sister was she was going off, cursing at the sheriff, like trying to fight for her son, which is understandable. But the fact that it's sad that the court is literally doing what they're doing, and the family has limited power. But it's more shocking to me that the court was able to do all these corrupt acts and act like they didn't care about it's okay. I can't even explain it. The fact that they're doing it is one thing, but the fact that they think they're actually going to get away with it is like, wow. What do you think would happen when you push somebody to the corner? And the fact that they think that they're going to get away with all these activities that is on the record, that is, you go to court, is a computer system. In the computer system, it tells you what was supposed to be scheduled for that day. And then it tells you what actually happened that day. And it's notes in there why this was supposed to be this or why this was. Now, you can change those, but facts are the facts. It was a change of venue hearing. So the fact that the court can think that they can do this is it's brazen. It's brazen, the fact that they bold, but it speaks to the level of corruption that they are, because they're so used to doing it. Like when I reported them for being racist, they immediately retaliated, brought up on charges. And it was like literally what the response is like, well, what you expect us to sit there and take it? Yeah, that's the policy. Report all incidents or rumors of incidents. So the fact that they had an immediate response to everything that I reported, but I was so strategic in reporting everything that they did, which was a beautiful thing for me because my case is airtight. All the allegations I'm accusing them of, everything in my case, I mean, it's airtight. There's nothing they can, I don't know how you're going to deny it, but it is what it is. But the fact that every time they did something, I responded immediately, detailed, had a response for everything that they tried to do. And we were upset. So when they finished having my nephew sign an illegal plea, it was 20 probation officers. I'm not sure if that's the correct number. It was 20 probation officers in the division. Remember, I had a court order against me. I cannot access his file. I cannot go into computer systems to confirm anything that was going on with his case. I couldn't talk to my sister and find out what happened in court. A court order was in place. And 20 people, 19 of them was supposed to be assigned his case. Any one of the 19, I was the one made 20, you couldn't give it to me. Guess who the New Jersey Judiciary in Middlesex County assigned to complete the pre-sentence report for my nephew? Me. I was assigned to complete his pre-sentence report. If I would have looked at his pre-sentence report and completed it, I would have been in violation of a court order. Could have been brought up on charges. If I would have said to my supervisor, look, I got a court order. I'm not supposed to talk about this case, but I got it. I violated a court order. That's one of the harassing things they would do to you. Would do to me while I was working there. Of all the people, and again, it could be like, oh, this place is so incompetent. No, they do what they do on purpose. They always talk about how somebody else is this and somebody else is that. No, you're not dealing with the brightest. We're not dealing with the brightest and the best. You know, the Army say they want the brightest and the best. But no, you got to be dumb as a bunch of rocks working there. You can't be smart at all. The stuff that they were doing, I'm telling them, no, this is against the law. Mind you, I had 36 credits in my master's in public administration. And I'm telling, I have a criminal justice degree. You can't do this stuff. And they were saying, we don't care about what you learned in school. Your $184,430.74 alone, we don't care. We doing what we want to do. So they did what they wanted to do. They assigned me to complete the case. And I was actually happy they assigned it to me because I wanted to see what happened in court anyway, and I couldn't find out. So it was a blessing in disguise. I made a copy of it. I went to the computer system. I printed out the fact that my name was in the computer system, because they're going to change it. And I knew I was going to sue. I printed out the court system to prove that it was me, because I thought it was a joke with the person put my name on there, like somebody trying to be funny to try to catch me out there. But no, they literally put it in the system, literally assigned it to me, and told my supervisor about it. They gave it to somebody else, and I went off on them about assigning me a case. They should have never assigned me. And when I filed my lawsuit a month later, in October of 2019, I put in there what they did with my nephew, the public defender, Caroline Belak, the prosecutor, Alexander Beatty, and I sued them for their illegal activity. Because what people don't understand about RICO charges is RICO is racketeering and organized crime. If two crimes are committed within a 10-year period based on an organization, done to help the organization function, that agency is guilty of RICO. And what I realized about RICO is that a lot of black people who are complaining about how the police and the courts treat them, we have RICO charges against these government agencies. I don't believe we are advocating, well, no, we do advocate, they just ignore us. We do advocate for them to be investigated and them to be tried and charged, but nothing is done about it. But they're quick to go after rappers and artists who they believe is a criminal entity, and they will label that person as being the head of it because you're the one with the money. But they, as an agency, can commit these crimes against their citizens and they don't be charged. I find that very, very strange. I contacted the U.S. attorney and I contacted the FBI because I believe they should be investigated for RICO charges, because that's what they're doing. They are committing RICO crimes against me. They are doing it as an organization. The prosecutor, the public defender, the courts, y'all are conspiring together to witness tamper. You witness tampering by going after my mentally ill nephew to try to shut me up and silence me about my complaints against you. That's witness tampering. By going after my witnesses in my case, they literally went after, that's witness tampering. Official misconduct is also one of those crimes that you have to have. Again, it's like 35 crimes in a federal case that you can have, money laundering, things like that. Another one is official misconduct. Official misconduct is if you lie in documentation. If you sign, like, you know how the police in the George Floyd murder, in the George Floyd Unalive, and he literally said that George Floyd had a medical emergency. The medical emergency was you put your knee on his neck and you literally unalived him. But lying in official documentation is public corruption, official misconduct. Witness tampering. If you commit, it's 2 crimes. Those are 3 I named. But if you commit those in a 10-year period, you could be charged with RICO. So immediately I put it in my lawsuit. I put the public defender, the prosecutor, the hearing officer. I gotta go. I didn't talk about my case. But for my nephew, like, that was very, very, pissed me off. The fact that he can be abused like that, and the fact that he had mental health issues, and the fact that they have a whole mental court for people with mental health issues where you can't even be charged. They didn't care about none of their policies, their rules, and their regulations. And it was just, it's crazy that is what I have to fight, what I'm trying to bring attention to. But the corruption of the courts is real. We see what's happening with Wendy Williams. We look at New York and how the court changed how they want to do things. It's my mission to bring attention to everybody how the court actually is. You hear people all the time saying the system is broke. The system is broken. The system is not broken. The system is working exactly as it was designed to work. They are doing exactly what they want to do. They are treating and not treating. They know exactly what they're doing. The system is not, when you say that, you give the illusion that the system is supposed to be of justice. No, the judicial branch of government, in state and federal, their only job is to target black people. That's why you don't see them getting the same sentences we get. Because that entire branch of government was literally created to as second class citizens. And that's how they've been consistently doing what they're doing. And we look at it and we say, oh, it's broken.